In lesson 29, we're going to talk more about this concept of a ratio. We've actually been using ratios and rates to solve problems a lot, but we're going to hit on some specifics of it today. Let's start out by defining a ratio. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers by division. Comparison of two numbers by division. All right, what do I mean by that? Well, let's look at this example. In a bag are 14 marbles. 6 marbles are red and 8 are blue. What's the ratio of red marbles to blue marbles? Okay, so when they say what's the ratio of red to blue, we're going to show that comparison by division. Fractions are division, so we're going to show it as a fraction. There are 6 red marbles, and there are 8 blue marbles. So the ratio is 6 to 8, but actually that's a fraction that can be simplified. So this ratio is 3 to 4. So the ratio of red marbles to blue marbles is 3 to 4. For every 3 red marbles, there are 4 blue marbles, which is the same as 6 to 8, which is also the same as 12 to 16, 3 to 4, simplified. What's the ratio of blue marbles to red marbles? Oh, I'm sorry. We can write that either way. There's another way to write it, and there's still yet one more. You can write it as a decimal, 0.75. We'll probably just stick with fractions here. What's the ratio of blue marbles to red marbles? Not much to that, guys. I mean, that's almost the same ratio. We'd call it the reciprocal, wouldn't we, of the previous one. So 4 to 3. For every 4 blue, there's 3 red. Okay, and these are different ratios. Okay, and it's important sometimes that we choose the right one when we're doing some problem solving with ratios. A 20-foot flagpole casts a shadow 24 feet long. What is the ratio of the height of the flagpole to the length of the shadow? So height to length. Make sure you get those in the right order. Height is 20, length is 24. And it's in the order they come in the sentence here. What is the ratio of the height of the flagpole to the length of the shadow? Height is 20, length is 24. Simplify that fraction. They're both divisible by 4. So call it 5/6. So in D here, when they ask us what is the ratio of the length of the shadow to the height of the flagpole, well, that would be 24 over 20, which is 6 over 5. So it's the reciprocal of the previous one. If 479 stocks advanced in price and 326 declined in price, then what was the approximate ratio? Notice they say approximate ratio of advancers to decliners. Okay, well, there's a couple different ways we could look at this. Advancers was 479, decliners was 326. That's about 500 to 300, which is about 5 to 3. Okay, but I am going to slow you down here for just a second. Make sure you get things put into the right order. One mistake that we make sometimes is that we read too quick and we assume we know what they're going to ask us. Okay, what if I asked the ratio of decliners to advancers? Then that would be 326 over 479. What if I asked the ratio of advancers to all stocks? Then that would be 479 over the sum of 479 and 326. Okay, so really slow down. Make sure you answer the question they're asking you. Advancers to decliners is about 5 to 3. There's another way we could look at this too. We could say that it's the 479. Well, I'm sorry. This is a very rough estimate. But it's useful. It's a useful estimate. For every 5 that advanced in price, 3 did not. Some might look at it as this is 475 to 325 at a lot smaller rounding, which simplifies to 19 over 13 because both of these numbers are divisible by 25. And that's a little more accurate, a little closer to the actual, but maybe not as useful. This one's a lot simpler to look at, but it's a lot rougher of an estimate. All right, one more thing with ratios. Using the following table, find the student's approximate reading rate in minutes per page. Minutes per page. Well, you know what? I think in my pre-recorded, I've got this down as page per minute. So now that I'm reading it a second time, I'm realizing that I kind of messed this up. So let's fix it here. Minutes per page. That would be like 30 divided by 15, which is 2 minutes per page. In fact, let's move that over just a little bit. Okay, so 15 minutes, 30, 15 pages. It's taking him 2 minutes to read each page. Minutes per page. Okay, 20 divided by 11. 20 minutes for 11 pages. Well, that's about 2 minutes per page also. 30 minutes to read 14 pages. That's about a 2-to-1 ratio. 40 minutes to read 20 pages. That's about 2-to-1. And 50 minutes to read 27 pages. Well, if it was 25 pages, that would be a 2-to-1 ratio also. It's looking like the answer should be 2-to-1. Another way to do it is to add all these up. Let's see, 7, 11, 12, 17, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 87 pages, 50, 90, 120, 140, 170 minutes. Okay, and we could do 170 divided by 87, which is 1.95 if you do it exactly. So I think we can determine here that our answer is 2 minutes per page. You can see why I pre-record these. I'm not nearly as good at writing on this on the fly, but all right. So that's a good approximate reading rate in minutes per page, not pages per minute. Pages per minute would be actually the reciprocal of that. It would be about a half a page per minute. Okay, that's it for today. Ratios.